Okay, in this video, I wanted to share with you the importance or how to make a connection with somebody. That when you receive a connection request from somebody, one way that you can determine whether it's somebody in your either upline or downline is, so I'm going to show you how to determine that, and then also why it is important to actually do that. Like in this case here, if you usually look at this icon here, these are the connection requests that people are sending to you. And what you can do is, like in this case here, this person here, Teresa James, and it's got 4 mutual connections. That's what you want to look at, because if it's somebody that's in your upline or in your downline, it'll show up here in the mutual connections. Like here, there's 4, there's 1, there's 3. This has 10, and this guy here has 30 mutual connections. So what you can do is, if you want to, if you go ahead and click on that, the mutual connections, it'll pull up everybody that you're already connected with, okay? Or that that's what it's referring to. So in this case here, if you see like a lot of people that you're familiar with, or that you've communicated with, you definitely want to do it. Or else, like I see a lot of people on here that I've been following for a long time, like Vincenzo and Lorraine here, and Emma. Those are all ones that I followed for a long time. Same with Dorcas, and let's see. Yeah, so this is somebody in like Jackie here, definitely, and Ronald Tate. He's one of my closest connections. So that's what you want to do, is you want to see who else is on here as far as in the connection requests, and that way you'll be able to determine if it's somebody that you know or if it's just somebody random. So like in the case where it didn't have any connection requests, it would you wouldn't show anything. Like so we did this guy here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and connect with him real quick. So then you just click on it, and what it's going to do is going to bring you up the option to, hopefully, it should be bringing up their profile. So let me try that again, maybe something. So, and why is it important to like connect with these people? All right. So we'll do this first, and then I'll tell you why it's important. So in this case here, you can actually check his timeline. This is what I recommend. If it's somebody that's brand new or something, and you look at their photos, or if it's like I said before, sometimes there's people on here that have fake profiles where they're usually, and typically you see this, and I'm sure there's probably some people that use guys' pictures or whatever too, but most of the time when the bad profiles are people that usually have like really super hot looking women or something, and then when you go to click on it, it'll actually look, in their photos or something, it'll actually say something like, if you can, like this guy, I won't scroll down to his first photo, but if it's something that only has a few pictures here and you click on it and you go to their photos, it'll say like on the very first photo, if the profile has a picture of a woman, and then you look in the comments what it says in the subtitle of the post, it'll say, so-and-so uploaded his photo. Well, if it's his photo, it means it's a guy. And then if they have a woman on there, well, then obviously, it's a fake account. That's actually usually a big red flag. Anyway, so in this case here, so we'll go ahead and accept him. And you can also check out their timeline and see what kind of posts they had. In this case here, because he's not like somebody I directly referred, I'm just going to do him accept him as an acquaintance. Add to personal network. You have this option here of doing friend, family, or acquaintance. I'll just keep them as an acquaintance for now, because I really don't know them too well. Searchable tags. Usually what I'll do on here is, if it's somebody that's just contacted me, I'll just put something like that, or follows me. And then if it's somebody I don't know, I'll usually put, or I don't know a lot about, I'll usually put it on here, follow up. Okay, just something. You don't have to put even anything in here if you don't want to, but that's usually what, if I want to go back and look at the profile, I can see what notes I put in there. And then the time-stamped notes, usually I'll put the date that I connected with them in there, and you can put whatever you want to in there, but that's usually what I do, especially for people that I'm not 100% familiar with. Okay, then you have your relationship value. Like as I don't really know them too well, I'm just going to, we'll put them at a 2. Okay. And like if you looked at his timeline or something, really didn't care too much for his post, but you think maybe he's like a potential customer, or maybe somebody you can become friends with or whatever, you could always, if you don't like what he's posting, you can always put it down to -5 to see less, or like if you think that there's like some really potential, you can mark it really high. And I'm just using this as for example purposes. So then when you're done, it'll show that you're connected. Okay, so it says me following. And then if you wanted to, like if it's somebody that after you connected with them, they start harassing you, or they want you to do stuff outside of Webtalk. I really don't recommend doing stuff outside of Webtalk unless you know that person personally. So you can always delete their contact, or if you wanted to disconnect and stop following them, or in this case here, it's got block this guy. But I'm not going to do that because looks like he's a pretty nice guy. And then here's a spot where you can always report them if they're actually asking you for money, or if they're harassing you or something like that. You can always click on that and then report the person. So that's just a little bit general overview on that. So as far as like with why is it important to connect with the people above you and below you, is because once you're in that, whether it's an upline or a downline of somebody, it's very important because everybody's interconnected. So any actions that somebody that I signed up under or that signed up below me is going to benefit me by me interacting with their posts. So usually, like in this case here, let me see, edit contact. So like if it was somebody that I personally enrolled in my downline, usually what I would do on the relationship values, I would mark it a 5, because you want to see all their posts and you want them to see all your posts. Okay. So that means that the more you interact on their posts or engage on those pages, whether it's clicking on advertisements or something on those pages, that will benefit you as well as that person. So that's why I usually mark everybody that's either following or that I referred, or is in my level 2, level 3, level 4, or level 5. I'll usually mark them as a 5 because it's going to benefit me and it's also going to benefit them. So any actions that on somebody, like say if I did recommend a Pablito here and he enrolled underneath me, well, any action that he takes is going to benefit me because you indirectly receive passively on what people in your downline actually their actions that they take. So that's why I would always do that, is I would always mark somebody that I referred to as I'll refer them, I mark them as a 5. Okay. And same with recommendation value. So in this case here, I'll just mark done. So if you want to, that would be my tip to everybody. You can or you can't. This is, totally up to you if that's what you want to do, but that's what I would recommend. I've been on here since late October 2018, so it's been over 2 years now, and it really is a great platform. But what I wanted to do here also is show you how you could share a post from somebody. Okay, like in this case here, this is actually pretty straightforward. But when you want to go ahead and share a post from somebody, I'll just show you my timeline. Let's see. Bear with me, the laptop's a little bit slow. And I really don't have that much stuff open. I have Skype, that's pretty much it. Okay. All right, so like in this case here, like say if I wanted to share this post from Ronald Tate, okay, something that he posted like 2 minutes ago. Like if you want to share it on your timeline so everybody in your group or that's following you sees it as well, this is what you would do. All you'd have to do is click share. And so what it's going to do is it's going to actually, it'll basically share it back in the main stream of posts from people. But then, as long as you leave it public, it'll show that way. And then you can also, it gives you some options here too. Okay, so when you share the post, you can do it with your contacts only. So if it says like this, say for example, I posted this video on how to do this on Webtalk. And you saw this post and you're like, oh, this would be great information for the people that I signed up or that are underneath me. So I'm going to go ahead and share this post. So what you would do is, and this goes back to the importance of connecting within your, making your connection requests complete, is you would do it with your contacts only. So then you would just click that and you could put a note and say, hey guys, this is a post that I thought would be beneficial for you to watch. So if you want to go ahead and watch this, and let me know if you have any questions. Then you could actually just share it with your contacts only. Okay. And also with this feature here, it's kind of nice too, because if you see a post that you really like and you just want to review it later or something, you could click only me, then it'll only show in your timeline and only visible for you. And so you got contacts only, professional contacts, custom groups, personal contacts. So this is really a nice feature that Webtalk offers that no other platform does. And that's what people, when you see the full potential of everything that they're offering, they really have some really great ideas and concepts that they've been implemented for people. And so that's what I wanted to share with everybody, is the importance of accepting the contacts and the connection requests, and how you can check to see if they're in your upline or downline. In this case, I'm just going to close this out. So if you have any questions, you can email me or look for me on here. My profile name is Rick Fronick, and you can always email me there. And then hopefully you got some good information from this video, and we will talk to you again soon. Thanks for taking the time to watch this. I hope you got some great insight. We'll talk to you later.